What if I told you there was one thing you could do to improve your video, and it doesn't involve buying a new camera or a new lens? The one thing that will improve the look and the feel of your videos more than anything else is good lighting. Whether you want to backlight a subject for a dramatic effect, add a splash of color here or there, light the front of your subject with a key light that adds a bit of drama, or just a well-lit scene so that you can communicate effectively with your audience. Or even if it's just a special effect that you want to add in to replicate the look of something that might not actually be in the room. Lighting will dramatically change the look and the feel of your videos. Hey, my name's Jake, and today we're talking about the Godox TL60 Tube Lights, which are what I've been using to light this video that you've seen so far, except for this light back here, which is another light from Godox that we'll talk about in a future video. And just so we're clear, Godox sent these to me, but they're not paying for this review. They don't have any input on this video, and they don't get to see this video before it's launched. In this case, this is pretty normal room lighting. This is just some basic overhead lights like you would find in most any house in any room. But we want to take lighting and create something that has depth, definition, and causes our subject, in this case you or me, talking to the camera, to stand out from the background. It doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be expensive. In the case of these tube lights, they're definitely not the cheapest, but they are an extremely versatile tool that we can use to create depth and definition to add some real flair to our lighting. So the first thing I wanted to do, and the first thing you should always want to do, is make sure that your subject is well lit, and especially the face, because we communicate to an audience through a camera. So we're going to turn on the two face lights here. I've got one right over here that's shining to light up this area here. You can see if I turn that off, it adds just a lot of definition over here, and that's at a 45-degree angle, which is typically what you want. And then I've added this one up here, which is mostly actually bouncing off the ceiling to give a little bit softer fill to light up my face really well. But because Godox sent me the 4 tube lights, that's not all. We really want to add some depth and definition. And the way to do that is to turn off the room lights and then add some splashes of color from behind. So now we've turned off the room lights, but adding some light from just slightly behind, over here and over here, it adds an edge light or a rim light that really causes you or your subject to stand out from the background. So I've gone and added some color. Now you can also just add a white light from behind, and as you can see, it gives a nice edge. Generally, you want that white light to be above and behind your subject. In this case, I did not, but adding some color from the sides, you can probably see, got blue or magenta and blue over here. It just causes your subject to pop out from the background a little bit. Now you can play with the amount of light, how bright or how dim those lights are to get the effect you want. But in general, this compared to this before gives you a lot more depth and a lot more definition and makes your video look a lot better. So let's talk about the TL60 from Godox. These tube lights come in a set of 2 or a set of 4 and are about $400 or almost $800 respectively, which I know is not cheap, but you do get some really versatile use options. They're battery powered for up to 2 hours at full brightness, which means at a lot less brightness you can run them for a long time, and I have used them as fill lights in a couple of different conferences that I've recorded. And they ran for 6-7 hours easily when I had them at about 15%, and that made a huge difference on the fill, as you can see here from before and after, on getting just a little extra light on the speaker's face. These are full RGB lights, so you can get pretty much any color you want to. They have a lot of different built-in presets, both from special effects or being able to match Roscoe or Lee gel filters, which is very handy if you're working with other lights and you're using those types of gel filters. They can also be powered via the power supplies that Godox includes, and they come with a remote. But my favorite thing is the fact that they come with a really intuitive and easy to use app on my phone. The app is how I've controlled them completely. It made pairing super easy. All you do is go to add fixture, and then the fixture will pop up here, provided the Bluetooth is on the fixture and the wireless is on the fixture, which is pretty easy to do. It comes with it on by default. It'll automatically show up there, and then once you add them, you get each of them here. You can build them into different groups if you wanted to, but you have full control over each of the lights by turning them on and off here. And if you click over into, you get full dimming control. Now these are rated at 96 CRI, which is really high, gives you really accurate light, which is great. I've found that down in the last little 10% of being dimmed, they don't work as well. So if you're from 10% to 100%, the lighting is really good. It's really accurate. Below 10%, it tends to shift a little bit, but you have the controls to change any of it. So in the CCT mode, you can go anywhere from 2500 Kelvin to 8500 Kelvin, depending on what you want. And if you tap up there, you can go into RGBW mode, which gives you basically full control over any of the lighting colors that you want, the saturation, or if you want just a little bit of flare on there, you can add just a little bit of color on there. You can also do HSI mode, which is really handy if you're doing contrasting complementary colors or complementary colors and you want to mix and match your colors to make sure they match up a little bit fairly nicely. You have your gel filter mode, which you can go through your Lee filter gels or your Roscoe filter gels. You can even make custom colors yourself, and you can use the color picker through the camera app and create your own custom filters there. And then you have effects. We've got an RGB cycle, which is something, not something I would reuse really. Flash, laser. I'm not really sure what the laser is, but it's interesting. Lightning, broken bulb, TV, candle, fire, which is the one you saw earlier, fireworks, police car, fire truck, ambulance. This will go to the music. So essentially it has a microphone built in, and as soon as it hears a change in the amplitude or the volume, it responds to that and reacts to it. Right now it's reacting and responding to my voice. If I was playing music, it would react and respond to the music in kind of a randomized fashion. Something cool. I think especially if you're shooting music videos, that could be useful. And then if you're lost out in the woods, which I haven't been yet, but could happen, and you happen to have these with you, you can use them to signal SOS. And then there's also strong light, which kind of flashes just a really bright white light. Let's go back to CCT mode. And this does have an 18 watt output, which is really high. Obviously you saw before I had my ISO set at 250 and an f-stop of f2.8, and it was more than enough to light me between these four lamps here. Easily my favorite part about these lights is the remote control via the app. It's one of the easiest to use and most intuitive apps that I've used. I normally don't like apps for that, but it's really simple and really easy to use. They also do include a remote control, which you can also create groups on. You have to have it set via Wi-Fi. It's not as easy to use as far as changing groups or switching between groups, but being able to control all of the lights at once from this app is pretty nice. As you can see, those two back there are on. But as soon as I change any settings, both of those lights will change to the same settings on both lights. So I don't use the app as much, but it does work. And when you push power off on the app like that, it doesn't actually power the lights off. They're just in like a standby mode. So they will still use power even though they look like they're off. And that is something to consider. I know that spending $800 or $400 on a set or a pair of these lights or a set of 4 seems like a lot of money. But if you consider the fact that most of us spend several $1,000s on a camera and lens combination, adding a few $100s to almost $1,000 in lighting should be a no-brainer. Now, I know it sounds expensive, but if you follow my friend Tommy Calloway, his channel will be linked in the description. He's kind of the master of lighting and lighting reviews on YouTube. He would tell you that you should spend as much on lighting as you do on a camera and a lens, and I happen to agree. But if you want to learn some of the basic principles of lighting and how to set up lighting for a good looking clear YouTube video or other types of videos, click or tap right here. I put together a small playlist that will take you through some of the basic steps of how to light your videos well to make them look fantastic. I'll see you in one of those videos. As always, if you have questions, ask me in the comments below or join my live stream Wednesday nights at 4 p.m. Alaska time, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you again soon in the next video. Cheers.